in previous videos when we actually broke down documents on a criminal case that what's up, Truth Team? It's your girl Mickey Truth, Etsy's #1 urban blog and the queen of paperwork. So I'm sitting here just finished packing up for my trip, and I got quite a few message requests in regards to, I believe CUFFBOY did a video breaking down the transcripts in the civil case for YNW Melly for Dontavius Withers, okay? And a few of y'all was like, yeah, I must have watched my last video, I'm assuming, right? And y'all like, hey, you should check it out. And because you're missing that Melly is cooked now, that Withers has provided deposition. And I'm like, y'all do know civil and criminal, although some information can be used on both, it's two different outcomes. Criminal, you know what? Let's just get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl Mickey Truth.
So this is the deposition of Dontavius Withers. It was from November 20th, 2024. 232 pages. Now y'all know CUFFBOYs have a great way of breaking it down in a small period of time. Y'all know I can't even, for one, I'll be tripped up 1,000 times trying to read as fast as CUFFBOYs and all that. Okay. Now I did take a glance over at the video, and if you haven't, I'm going to play just a little bit of it, but make sure y'all go tune in and watch the full video to get the full breakdown of the actual transcripts, because I'm going to give y'all a summary version like I do best. So let's check out CUFFBOYs.
YNW Sakchaser and YNW Juvy, Dontavius Withers was secretly recorded by Sakchaser's family. In the audio, Withers admits he lied to the police. He says Melly was in the car the entire time, talks about a gun being found after the shootings, and even denies the Snapchat car switch story, calling it fake. He went further, dragging Melly's mom, Jimmy King, accusing her of hiding evidence, moving Melly's stuff into storage, and causing chaos in the crew. This recording, made by Sakchaser's family, completely blows up later testimony. Withers was one of the occupants of the other vehicle that left the studio with everyone that night. The audio file was randomly sent to the lawyers of the families 5 days after he had a deposition with them. This deposition is 200 pages long. If you want me to read that in another video, I will. It's a lot, but I'm going to read what they say in this audio. Hit subscribe. Let's go. All right, here we go. Plaintiff's motion to compel or reopen deposition of Dontavius Withers. So the lawyers for the families want to get another deposition of Withers after they found out something, and you're going to see what it is here. Counsel for the plaintiffs have been delayed and prevented from taking the requested depositions for a multitude of reasons and tactics presented by both defense counsel and party defendants. This was filed October 23rd, 2020. Part of the chief issue in the case is that one lawyer, Mark DeCowden, represents two individuals who are charged with the major crimes associated with the wrongful death of plaintiff.
Hello, I'm Mark DeCowden. Accidents happen even on vacation.
This case was tried before a jury of 12 and resulted in a mistrial after many witnesses refused to testify over broadly asserted Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, and the state of Florida failed to secure the testimony of several witnesses. They talk about Melly having more charges from the witness tampering in jail. Despite having two separate criminal defense teams and what seems to be extensive material adverse interests representing two charged co-conspirators to murder, DeCowden controls any and all discovery responses and settlement offers, and all efforts at resolution have been a non-starter because of the inability to have separate conversations amongst the named defendants. Making matters worse, Frederick Givens, Dontavius Withers, Adrian Davis are also Mr. DeCowden's clients. They were not at the scene at the wrongful death, but had various roles before or after the shootings. It is indisputable that Frederick Givens, Dontavius Withers, and Adrian Davis are witnesses which have been listed in the criminal case. So they're pointing out that Mr. DeCowden has some conflict of interest representing multiple people involved. Here's where things get interesting. Evidence relating to Dontavius Withers includes a statement given to police, as well as an audio recording in which Withers confessed to certain details regarding the circumstances of the murders to family members of decedent and co-plaintiff Anthony Williams.
Shout out to CUFFBOYs. Y'all make sure y'all go tune in to him. Okay, so just wanting to like kind of see the tone of what he was talking about. Now, I'm going to get into the summary of what I took away from Dontavius Withers' civil deposition. But let's kind of go back to the criminal case a little bit. I have said in previous videos when we actually broke down documents on a criminal case that YNW Melly was not a suspect until I believe it was the victim Sakchaser, I believe, his family, or aunt, I think it was his aunt, contacted the detective Moretti and said, hey, you know, Withers said this or whatever. So this is not new. We saw that in the documents early on in a criminal case. If you recall back when Moretti got on the stand, he said like, hey, they went, talked to him at the YNW house. You know, he stuck to his story. They went and met him at the victim's family house and said at that point, you know, he was sticking to his story. But then, you know, they were kind of like, let's talk over here away from everybody. And remember, the aunt hit the detective up like, no, he lied. He told us that. So this is not new. Now, this is my first time hearing that as an audio recording. But nevertheless, it has already been out that Withers must have said whether he actually was lying to the police and came clean to the family, or the family pressured him to say what they wanted to hear. Nevertheless, the criminal side of the case definitely has been made aware of this, okay? Withers refused to even be served to testify at the criminal case. However, he is a defendant on the civil case. Now, y'all remember, the criminal side is to seek a verdict, imprisonment, and all that. The civil side is monetary for harm, right? Because, okay, boom, my loved one is deceased. You caused them to be deceased. I want money from you. So remember, these are still all defendants. So, of course, they're not going to be too freely to say stuff under oath when they're liable for money. And some of them don't have the money to give. Okay? So, we kind of hopefully that catches y'all up. Now, of course, I'm be honest, you gotta take it with a grain of salt if this audio is really sincerely the truth, or he's just playing into it for whatever reason. Because in his actual deposition, okay, he confirms that he's not blood related to Sakchaser, but connected through family ties. Says Sakchaser shared a father with Withers' older brother. So you already know there's a conflict there, because I don't know about y'all, but I know if my cousin has siblings, even though they may not be my cousin, that's still my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So during his deposition, he does confirm again his relationship to everybody. Even that once upon a time he considered himself YNW. However, you know, he had to separate himself from all that, so he doesn't go by that. He just goes by Taliban Tay now, okay? Again, his deposition doesn't say much about that's incriminating. So I don't know what it is that have y'all like, Nikki, you missing it? Because again, if this audio was so like, ooh, we got him, right? He would have definitely used it first around. Bradley, although, you know, she had her issue, she would have not had let that walk past her, okay? But again, it wasn't a documentation that Withers, whatever he said or alluded to Sakchaser family, is what made Melly a suspect. Melly was not a suspect until Sakchaser's aunt contacted Moretti. And that's when things went left on some real stuff. That's why he got indicted all of a sudden. Yeah. We'll break it down again later, but we did it. Y'all know I have a whole playlist full of my breakdowns of the criminal case, okay? So, now, during this, and this is probably why the family wants him to be deposed again, because he basically said, I don't remember, I don't recall, you know, things like that. Now, let's see. What did he say in the deposition that possibly could be used against YNW Melly? Okay. Now, I will say, according to the deposition, he denied seeing Melly possess firearms personally, but said, yeah, that's him in the video with firearms, but I ain't never personally seen him. Now, again, Dontavius does rap, and he has music videos. He sure have guns in there. Now, if they're really fake, hey, that's up to y'all to judge, okay? And I do have a previous video on Withers, so y'all make sure I'll link it down below so y'all can check it out. because I did break down his connection to the criminal case. Okay, now he talks about Melly, but it's like more so, yeah, he doesn't have split personalities. Yeah, you know, his name is you know, Melly. That's his nickname, Ben, his nickname. Oh yeah, I know 100K track. Oh yeah, I know Fredo Bang. Like, he kind of like, of course, puts together the connections of everybody, okay? But again, he said he doesn't recall a lot of details regarding guns, money, conversations after the shooting. Remember the Fredo Bang meet up at the house is supposed to be this big thing where all these conversations happening. Well, he said he don't remember none of that, okay? Now, again, the further we get away from 2018, a lot of people probably gonna say they don't remember, okay? Now, they do say the deposition focused on his relationship with YNW members, his presence and knowledge during key 2018 events, his role, if any, in possession of concealment of firearms and post-shooting communications. No omissions directly linking Withers to the murder was made. Now, y'all may be like, well, what does this mean for Melly then, Mickey? Because we was thinking, hey, this got him cooked, right? Well, what I took away from it, it just shows like, hey, he knew him, he was with him. It really just gives the context of like how they were as friends in a group. But as far as the murders, his deposition didn't hit on nothing. So this audio that they want in and want to talk to him about is important for this case, because now they want to get into the meat and potatoes. Well, you said this. He's probably going to still say he don't recall or plead the fifth, but, you know, it's worth a try, okay? So, what, again, should you take away from it? He admitted the relationships between the YNW members, which we already know. He denied weapons and criminal activities, okay? Now, the October 2018 arrest statement. Y'all may recall this from one of my breakdowns where he asked, like, hey, we can work this out. We can make a deal, okay? However, now in 2024, at the time of this deposition, he don't remember that. He don't remember that, okay? He also said he never saw, heard, or discussed the murders at all. He denied receiving any promises or money from Melly, 100K Track, or Jamie King. Again, he did not implicate Melly in the deaths of the two victims at all, okay? It's no contradiction to whatever the defense for Melly is saying. So he's not saying, hey, he was in that car, he never got out. In this deposition, he didn't. Now, in this audio, they're alluding that he did, but, you know, at this point, is he even a reliable witness to use, okay? Now, what could prosecutors use? In my opinion, okay? In my opinion. Again, they can probably use his breakdown of the relationship of everybody. Again, that his story changes, and of course, they can use what story they want to put in front of the jury, okay? And they can use that he's not really credible. I'm just gonna be honest. That's just how I feel about it, okay? That's just how I feel about it. But he gives up no confession of nothing in his deposition. Now, again, the audio, and then, you know, my question would be, did the state have the audio already? Because if the family came to the detective in 2019 to say Withers lied, Melly did it, why didn't they turn on the audio then? And if they did, we never heard it in court, so something must be up with it. And if they didn't, why just use it for the civil case? You know what I'm saying? Now, that's just what I'm thinking about it. Y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. I'm getting ready to hit the road to make it to the airport, but I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'll see y'all in the next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to pull up on Your Girl Mickey Truth. Deuces.
This is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla.
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey.
Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
What's up, Truth Team? I am here, okay? About to get a touch of love. Yes, I'm at Touch of Love Massage Shop, okay? Now listen, I've been getting my massages through Touch of Love for years, even before it was a shop to come to. But let me show you around, and then I got to get ready because I'm feeling a little tense. And let me tell you, if you work in like call centers, streamers, YouTubers, sitting at that desk all the time, you definitely need to be tapping in and get your massage. So let's take a tour.
So it was located in a nice business building. The suite was set up real comfortably. It was like to the back, and the candles was burning. The aromatherapy was definitely there. Okay, so I had to get undressed, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get all the way undressed. But anyway, like I said, being getting massages, Nakia is awesome at what she does. And let me tell y'all, them hands are blessed, okay? I got the full body massage, including, okay, the hot stones. And when I say that hour went so fast, I even went to sleep. And I always go to sleep during massage for some reason. But yeah, definitely needed that, because y'all know I had a night ahead of me, okay?
Hey guys, I'm Nakia. I am the owner-operator of Touch of Love Massage Services. I always start with people. I start with the information of what massage is. So massage is the manipulation of muscles. Exercise is the manipulation of muscles. The only difference is we are manually using our hands to do those activities. So a lot of people look at massage as a luxury when really it's a health necessity. So I'm more on the medical side of things. So if you're experiencing any pain of any sort, muscles is 90% of pain, so I would recommend you to come and get a massage.
How can they follow you?
I do have my business page, Touch of Love Massage Services, on Instagram. I have Touch of Love Massage Services on Facebook. And if you want to set an appointment with me, you can look me up on Setmore. It's an app platform online where you can book appointments.
Hey, there you have it. And y'all, I feel like a new woman, but now it's time to parties. I'll catch y'all on the next one.